Hi, this is Kevin Hunter with SOS, just doing a quick video as an overview of the updated Cubify 3.0 software. This is a software for the Cube 3 desktop 3D printer. We have those in two colors, in white or gray. This machine is a great upgrade from some of the older desktop Cube machines. They're available for under $1,000. SOS brings it out, deliver it, set it up, make sure you're operational, as well as provides access to this video to give you a quick overview of the software. We also will include up to 1 hour of training with all products as well. But let's go ahead and dive in. If you have not updated your Cubify software since you received your printer, I encourage you to go visit Cubify.com and go over to the Cube 3 printer and look for the updated software. You will see it there. Also, when you open up your current version, if there is a newer version, it will actually tell you, hey, there's a newer version available. Would you like to download it? And you can simply follow the instructions there. But the Cubify 3.0 for the Cube 3 software, you'll notice looks very similar to the other versions. This home screen opens up as just basically your shelf. That's any 3D model that you've added that you have available to print. So these can be stored basically on the cloud and allow you to come take a look at them when you want to. If you have multiple ones, you can still filter by name, by size, by a whole multitude of variables there, as well as you can add files to your shelf. But what we're going to do is just go in. I'm going to select the first file, and you notice you can come in and you can select your info, and it'll tell you what size it is, where it came from, the designer, what day it was put in there, all that other fun stuff. You can rename it if you choose. I have a tendency to leave the default names. That way it's a little bit easier to keep up with. And then also you've got your Print Now button. And your Print Now button just basically goes straight into the desktop version of the software so that you can see what's going on. This is a great feature that's been added. It analyzes the files to verify that they're printable on the Cube software. If you have not run that before on your file, go ahead and do that. It's a great way to go ahead and make sure that that file is printable. But you'll notice a couple of little differences that pop up. Being able to select a color, still the same here. You just simply drag it over and hold it over your model. You can do the same to take it back to a green. If you wanted to change your colors, you could do that as well. But you notice what happens, let me cancel that. When you've got your color set, it tells you not only what color, but it also tells you what type of material. This product still has PLA and ABS. We are expecting nylon sometime this year, so as soon as we get that, we will make it available to everyone out there. But if you wanted to make a change to your color, you just simply click in the middle. You would pick which color you have in the machine, whether it be ABS or PLA, and then just simply hit set. Then it'll come back and give you a visual. Keep in mind, these colors do not necessarily have to correspond with what's in the machine, and if they do not correspond, then you'll get an error when you go to print that says, hey, your colors don't match, would you like to proceed? Just simply click yes, and it'll print the colors that are in the machine. But one additional item that has been added here is for each of these colors, you can turn supports on or off. You can turn sidewalks on or off for each color. So let's say you wanted your print to be in green, but you wanted your supports to be in black. You just simply click black, and it will make your supports in black. If you wanted your sidewalks, which again, sidewalk is a great way if you've got a piece that doesn't necessarily have a good flat surface to work with, or is a very large piece that covers up most of the build plate. A sidewalk just simply puts a layer of material down on the build plate to give you more surface area so that your model will stay flat as it's being built. So it's a great way to really accomplish getting a nice level, straight piece when you're building something larger or something that doesn't necessarily have a flat surface area. But you can see it gives you a nice visual where you can turn sidewalks on or off right there from the print screen. So that's a good addition there. The next one is you can actually center the model. So when you've got it, say you moved it over or something, or you added multiple ones, you can actually center that here, and it gives you a nice little button there. Your settings button looks a little bit different than it did before, but you still have the ability to go in and do some of the preset settings, whether it be draft, standard, or premium, and you can see where it's making changes to your layers, your density, and your fill pattern. So those are preset that come with the machine. Typically, I leave those at standard. Occasionally, I'll turn it up to premium. Just depends on the model that I'm doing. But again, that's going to be one of those that you'll have to figure out what works best for you. A great tip, again, I've done this on other videos, is take one file that maybe prints 2 or 3 inches tall, print it in draft mode, standard mode, and premium mode, and see which one you like best. And then beyond those preset standards, you also have the custom settings where you can come in and make changes yourself. So you can change each of these, and then you just simply set that. So now what has happened is the settings that I left in place for 70 micron, almost solid, and honeycomb, that will be set for this file. It doesn't change your default settings, it just changes it for that file. Your zoom in and out, pretty straightforward, nothing too fancy there, zoom in or out. Then your view, your 3D view, you can change it to where you can look at the top, left, right, front, center. You can see print progress if you like. It gives you all kinds of great things on there that you could do. And you can see the differences when you've got a real thin model. It makes it a little bit tougher when you're looking at it from that perspective. But that's pretty much it. When you've got it on a 3D view, you can rotate it around. Makes it real easy to work with there. And then coming on over, when you've got the printer button, it's now over here. It used to be over buried a little bit deeper in the menus, but now it's right on the top here. You can select which printer you have. All of you guys will most likely have a cube, and it will probably say offline cube. What that means is it's not connected to your network. Not a big deal. Just basically you're putting your files on a thumb drive and then taking it over to the machine to print. That has been the preferred way that all of our customers had preferred to set the machines up. If you do have the Echo Cycle Cube, which is a specialty product, you can select that as well. That product is designed for more a little bit of a specialty printer. It doesn't change the output, but it only uses a certain kind of filament. That filament is made from recycled Coke bottles. So if that's of interest or importance to you, then we'll be glad to work with you on it and see what we can do to help. But that's an overview of the top buttons there. You've also got this little question mark over you just saw me hit. It basically is a little tutorial to go through everything, and you can see it walks you through each little step as to what the different settings are. So it's a great tip tool. If you get stuck, it'll walk you through and tell you how to go through and make sure that you know what settings are there. So if you forget any of this, just remember the good old question mark there. And then again, the buttons across the top. If you're connected to the internet, you'll be able to shop. You'll be able to go in and see different design feeds that are available. But for our purposes and giving you an update on this software, that's about it. As you can see, 3D Systems has made the software extremely easy. This software does not have to be tied to a printer. So you can download this for any user. They'll have the ability to use it, and they can create build files anywhere and then bring them back to the printer for actual output. So everything else pretty much stays the same. Once you've got all your settings done for the actual model, you know, you can, I'm going to show you rotate here. I can actually rotate the model. So with this one in particular, I just lay it flat so it'll print a lot quicker and easier. But whatever settings you're going to make to it, once those are done, all you do is simply, you've got 2 different ways to save it. You can save it to My Shelf, which would put it back up here on My Shelf when you open the software, you saw what was on your shelf. Or you can go to File, and when you go to File, it actually will generate the print file so that file can be saved on a thumb drive or wherever you need to save it, a network drive, wherever. So that it can be taken over to the printer and actually printed. I encourage everyone to make sure you name the file, put the date in it, put your initials in it, particularly if you've got multiple users. That way you've got some kind of reference point to go back and say, oh yeah, that was my thumbs up keychain or my rook, because what you'll see is a lot of folks will use the same files, particularly when you're learning the product. So it makes it a little bit easier if you have some kind of reference point in there. But once you find the location you want to save it, it's just a matter of hitting save, and you'll notice what it does is create a cube3. So it's an extension on the file of .cube3. That is a build file for the cube3 product. So pretty straightforward. Hopefully this video helps. Again, everyone here at SOS appreciates the opportunity to serve you with your 3D needs. And if we can do anything to help, please don't hesitate to contact us at 888-914-7476. Again, 888-914-7476. Or visit sos.works and find out more about the great products and services that we offer. This is Kevin Hunter. I'm the president and owner of SOS. I appreciate your time and best of luck with the 3D.